Hello viewers, you're welcome to my channel. I want to say a very big thank you to my subscribers and my viewers. Thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for commenting, thank you for subscribing, and for those of you who are yet to subscribe, thank you, because I know you subscribe at the end of this video. Today we are going to make a waterfall jacket. A waterfall jacket can be made using an elastic material like crepe and lycra, like chiffon. You can also make use of Ankara. So today we are going to make an Ankara jacket with a waterfall front panel. Let's go right away. So talking about a waterfall jacket, basically you need to know that the back is the same. It's a jacket. The back is the same basic bodice, the same measurement of your basic bodice. So the first thing you need to do is to draft out your basic bodice, the back panel of your basic bodice, which I've already done. This is the back panel of my basic bodice. I've already drafted it out. In case you are wondering how I got to do this, all you need to do is to watch my video on drafting basic bodice. The link to the video is in the description box of this particular video. So if you are yet to watch it, I'll drop the link there, you watch it. So when you go over there, you draft out the back pattern. Once you've drafted out your back panel, to tell you how easy this waterfall jacket is. Once you are done drafting your back panel, the next thing is to draft out the front panel. The changes, the waterfall features, everything is on the front panel, not the back. So once you do that, this is my measurement. Like I told you, I made use of my basic body measurements. The only thing is that at the neck, which I've carved out, I'm yet to cut it out because I will use it exactly the way it is to draft out the front panel before I add the waterfall features. So after doing that, I will now cut it out. Aside that, every other thing is the same. So like I said, make use of the link on the description of this particular video and then draft out yours. Once you are done, you can now move on to drafting out the front panel, which of course has the waterfall features. So after drafting out your back panel, you go back to your material to draft out the front panel. So you are going to place your material, the back panel, directly on your material. You place it. Once you place it, the next thing you should do is, depending on how well you want the waterfall feature to be, you can now measure out the parts for your, what is it called, for your waterfall. So let me fasten this back panel because that's what I'll use to draft it out. So you pin it to it. After you pinned it to it, the next thing to do is, this line you have remaining, you have to measure about 15 inches or more. You can make use of 12 inches, 15 inches, 18 inches, depending on how large you want, how much you want the waterfall feature to fall. If you watch much of the fabric, you can take it as long as 18 inches. But for me, I make use of 15. So I'm going to measure from here to 15 inches, which of course I've measured it before now. So this remaining excess, which I will use for the waterfall feature, is 15 inches. And like I said, you can make yours to be more than that. It all depends on how much of the material you want to fall. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw a straight line, which will serve as a guide. I'm going to draw a straight line across. Remember, this is where the back panel stops. That's why I'm going to draw the straight line. Please, for those of you yet to subscribe, try and do so. Like and share. The reason we are drawing this straight line is to serve as a guide, so you remember where your 15 inches starts from. Meanwhile, your back panel, the back panel, you know, normally when drafting your basic bodice, you are told to split into two and then give your zip allowance. In this particular jacket, you don't need to do that. Mine is folded, it's not splitted. It's the front that will be splitted. Look at it, it's folded. It's folded. It's the front that will be splitted because it is a jacket. So that splitting you would have done at the back, you will not do it in the front. So this is your 15 inches line. So from here to here is 15 inches. This is where you are going to use for your waterfall. So the next thing now is to draft out your front panel using the back panel. Just follow exactly what you have. And you are going to open it up because, like I said, it's a jacket. So once you are done drafting it out, you can now remove the back panel. You can leave it if you want, but you no longer need it because you've done what you wanted to do with it. Just to use it to draft out the front panel. Once you are done doing it, you can now remove it. So the next thing to do now is so as you can see, we've drafted our front panel. So the next thing to do now is our waterfall, and this is how you are going to get the waterfall. Remember, this is already 15 inches. This is the space you are working with. You have no business with this place. You have no business with this place. So from here to where is here you are working with. So you are going to draw a diagonal. A diagonal is a line from the opposite end of a box to the other opposite end. So we are assuming that this is our 15 inches box from here to here. From here down is our 15 inches box. So from the top, remember this is the armhole, meaning this is the top of the jacket, the front panel. You are going to start from, don't start from below, that is the waist, don't start from the waist. You start from this end, from the top part, the opposite part of the top. I hope you can see this. You start from here, you draw it down to this place. So It's going to be a diagonal, like I said, from this end down to the end at the waist. Meanwhile, the measurements I'm making use of, the length of the jacket is 19 inches, but then I cut out 20 inches so that after folding and the rest, I will have my sewing, I will have my 19 inches. You can make use of 25 inches. That's really the standard if you are looking for a long, quite long jacket that is longer than the normal blouse. But mine, I just wanted it to be few inches after my waist, so I'm making use of 17 inches. And if you want yours to be a crop jacket, it can be, then it means it has to be at your belly button, or above your belly button, or just hanging at the bust. It all depends on what you want, but the length of the jacket is 19 inches, but I cut out 20. So let's draw our diagonal line. You can trace it first to make it easier for you. You trace it. From this end, you trace down. Trace down first. That's this way. Please, if you have any question, leave it in the comment section. I will attend to it as soon as possible. We are making an Ankara Waterfall jacket. There's also another one where you fold like you want to cut a flare. But this one, the reason I make use of this one is that the back, I want the back to be the basic jacket. The basic bodice form. I don't want it to be circular. There will be a separate video on how to do that one if you want it to be much circular. We are trying to trace before drawing so we don't make a mistake. Okay, so we can now draw. So we've drawn our diagonal. Remember, you start drawing from the top, from the far end. It's a jacket, so both they are going to be open. The front panel rather is going to be open. Alright, we've drafted out the front, and like I told you, it's open. The next thing is now to cut through this diagonal. So this is how it will look like when you are done cutting. So you can see I folded into two. Of course, why drafting out your bodice, you fold into two. You fold into two. So I folded into two. So we have two panels, two front panels, and this is how you are going to fix it while sewing. The back panel. So I'm going to open up the back panel. I'm going to open up the back panel. Okay, let me just cut out the neck. Since I'm done drafting out, let me cut this place out. So the next thing now is the sleeve. My neck is not that deep. I just wanted it to be a little slanty. So I made it of 4 inches by 1 inches. That is 4 inches wide, 1 inch deep. When we talked about drafting different neck designs, I told you it depends on your choice. So this is the way I want the neck to look. And in case you've not watched my video on drafting your neckline, you can as well do so that you can learn how to draft out your round neck, because that's what we used. So this is the back panel rather. I will get one of these panels. I'll fix it like you fix it like this. You join. This is the waterfall. Bring this the other end. You join. You join. This is the waterfall effect we are talking of. You see how it falls? It's falling. This is the waterfall. This is the waterfall. This is how large 15 inches can give you. So if you want it to be larger, fine. If you want it smaller, good. Everything depends on what you want. So the next thing now is to draft my basic sleeve. To draft my basic sleeve. So this is already my basic sleeves, and I'm making use of a 3/4 inches sleeve. And if you've not watched my video on how I drafted it out, please try and do so. I'll also drop the link in the description channel. So I'm going to drop 3 links. The link for basic bodice, so you learn how to draft out your back panel. The link for basic neckline, so you learn how to draft out your round neck. And then the link for the sleeve, so you learn how to draft out your basic sleeve. Thank you for watching. Like I said, if you have any question, please leave it in the comment section. Like, share this video, and most importantly, if you've not subscribed, please try and do so. Thanks for watching.